Alright, welcome to another video, guys, and yeah, this is another kind of build log, but rather a mod log video, because I'm going to do some modding together with a friend who is not here today, but we are planning a mod together, and this will be the case that we're going to mod. And yeah, we were thinking about doing some mods, as we thought that would be a cool idea to yeah, put some time in, and we wanted to, you know, have some fun. We had some ideas, so yeah, we're gonna probably mod a couple of cases, or at least we hope, if we have the time. But we're certainly going to start with this one here. And as I heard many of you ask for more modding videos, or videos about stuff in regards to PC modding. Well, yeah, I thought, why the heck not? Let's make videos of this idea of this PC mod right here. So this is the case that we've got, as you see. This is an old AOpen, or whatever it's supposed to be pronounced, case. I got this from a friend who didn't use it anymore. This is a, I think, a Pentium 4 Intel processor in there. I'm not going to use that hardware, but it's just in there as display for the moment. But yeah, we're going to be doing a mod in this case, and I have no idea how long it's gonna take. I'm just making this video to start off, perhaps ask some ideas from you guys, and yeah, I'm just gonna say the ideas that my friend and I had so far, and perhaps you guys can join in a few other ideas, and hopefully we can, you know, make something really cool out of this, and a much better case than it actually really is right now. Let's start off with the front panel and what our ideas are with that. So we took it off already, and this is kind of front panel, so put it in front here and kind of have an ID. So this is a typical AOpen case, and sorry for the noise outside here, guys, and people working outside. But yeah, that's supposed to be, you know, pushed on. But yeah, that's the front panel. You know, this is all flat on the side. This is a very cheap case, I guess. But yeah, the idea is nothing very original though, but we just want to have some fun here and try to, you know, work on our techniques, work on our skills, and then move over to something more difficult in the next mod. But our first idea was, and this is probably the most difficult part of this entire build, or mod, I should say, is that we're going to make a turbine fan in the bottom here. So we're going to probably cut the plastic out here, you know, here on the bottom. We're gonna leave this front panel thing away, make this all go away. You know, it's a little flimsy, it works like nothing should work, it's bad. We're gonna take this away and probably move the front panel somewhere over here. We're gonna see how we're gonna fill this up. I'm not thinking about using a floppy drive anymore, so I found this cover from another PC which I built once. That one on the floor. But yeah, that'll probably go there, and then we'll make the turbine fan here on the bottom. And well, that would be right here. It would be cutting out a hole here, or perhaps a square or whatever, and then we can put a 120mm fan here. And I'm thinking about using a turbine fan I still have lying around from Coolmaster, so one with the little round top, and that's gonna look really nice, and perhaps put a LED fan behind that, which would make it look really cool. Anyway, that is the main idea. And then perhaps we're still looking at how we're gonna fix these buttons, because they're freaking ugly. We're probably gonna put some body filler on the thing here for the turbine fan, so we're gonna fill up these you know, little gaps here, and then sand that down and make this one big piece. And we're gonna probably use a green color, no, a yellow color on the outside and green on the inside. It's perhaps a weird color, but it's gonna be looking, it's supposed to look a little funky, so that's what we're going for. But anyway, the buttons here, they gotta go, and Perhaps you know, you have got the typical round buttons with the round LED. That's perhaps a nice idea for the power and reset button. They're not supposed. Well, they can be here. Maybe we can replace these or position them somewhere else, just like the LEDs for the power and hard drive activity LED. So you know, I'm not really sure about how we're going to do this exactly, but you know, those are some ideas. And anyway, I'm gonna put the front panel away for a second, right next to this other very old computer that I have, which is not even ATX, but it still works. But anyway, alright. On the top, we're not sure, perhaps an exhaust fan, but this is a top-mounted power supply, and there's something on there which I can't take off without using a hammer or whatever, so that will be for later. But yeah, we're not sure about the top yet. On the bottom, we might install an extra fan there. Also not sure, perhaps it will depends on our budget, or I'm gonna try to perhaps get some companies to sponsor us for this build, as we will be filming this entire mod and posting, well, publishing it here on YouTube and perhaps on other places as well. But yeah, on the back we'll probably put a 100. Well, we're thinking about 92mm fan because these rivets are right here, and they're pretty annoying because a 120mm fan actually covers them. But I've been thinking that perhaps we can drill those rivets out if we're gonna paint the case anyway, and we're gonna take it apart entirely. So we can drill those rivets out and put some other rivets, you know, a little bit higher or a little bit lower, and then a 120mm fan might fit. And yeah, we're gonna get some extra PCI brackets, because those are the only ones here that I have, and I think we're gonna need at least 5, and I only have 4. But whatever, that's just a little detail. We can buy that very easily or find that somewhere else. Other than that, not sure about these things here. These are for extra ports like COM ports and other kind of ports which we don't use anymore these days. Like, you know, these. But yeah, if there's gonna be an extra big hole here for a 120mm fan, I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out. If this is gonna go off, or if we're gonna put something extra metal on here, you know, residue of perhaps cutting a window in the side panel. And yeah, side panels, let's have a look at that. Let me take them. So we've got the side panel. This is the side panel for the other side, not this side. But yeah, let me take the normal side panel first. So what we're thinking about is just simply putting a window in this side panel, perhaps with a little bit of weird shapes, not like that. We're still thinking about how we're gonna do that. Well, not how, but rather what we're going to do, what kind of window. I already have some acryl or plexi here, which I got for free from someone I know who didn't need it anymore, and she just gave that to me, so yeah, that's pretty money saving. But yeah, the other side panel, we have a few ideas, because, well, normally you'd not really do anything with this side panel, but perhaps, as I'm someone who likes decent cable management, like I guess many of you too, and in this case doesn't really have a lot of space behind the motherboard tray, and you can imagine that we are going to cut some extra cable management holes there. But still, there's like half a centimeter, 4 millimeters of space there for cables, and well, you all know that's not enough space. So we gotta do something with the side panel to make it easy. We're not going to remove the motherboard tray. That's just crazy work. So we're going to do something with the side panel. We're thinking about perhaps, and we're not sure how this is going to work. Maybe you guys can come up with a cool idea for this, but perhaps we can cut out a piece here, and then not certainly this piece, or we could use some plexi and make another panel here, which we kind of put against it, but make sure there's some space between this panel and the other that we put against it, so that there's actually a lot of more room where all the cables would go, so that we could have like 1.5 cm or 2 centimeters of space for that. That would be ideal. Now, how we're going to do this, that's not yet sure. We might have like the cool idea of perhaps putting a acrylic panel and then, you know, painting it, but putting some LEDs in the acrylic so that the sides would actually light up. That would be a nice, you know, detail. Aesthetically, that would be really cool, or I'd at least define that as cool. But yeah, basically that is our idea so far. Perhaps you guys can come up with cool ideas. Also for cable sleeving, yellow cable sleeving perhaps, or other colors. As I said, we're gonna paint the outside in yellow and the inside in green, and I'm thinking about doing, we are thinking about doing a glossy finish on the outside and inside, and then using some LEDs to light up the inside, but we're just, as I said, not sure about everything regarding well, light detail, the details of the LEDs, which LEDs, where would we position them, and which color they should have. Perhaps green if we're doing the inside in green anyway. But then you have cable sleeving, should that be yellow or green as well, or would that be too much green? Yeah, questions like that we still have. But yeah, so far this is the idea, and we have a small budget, so we're not gonna spend too much. And if there's any company interested in sponsoring this little fun mod, yeah, that would be really nice. That would save us money, and we could do a lot more even, and perhaps make this even better. And yeah, we'll probably use this case later on, and if it's finished, if it's modded entirely, which will probably, well, the mod will probably end, well, it will take a lot of time, as I still have to order components and such, and well, yeah, this is just the very start, and we're just coming up with ideas, but we just want to have some fun. So yeah, there it is. I think this is basically it. I'm not gonna continue saying boring things anymore, because I think if I keep talking, this is just going to get boring. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and next parts of this video, I have no idea when they will come out, but they will come out. Just no idea when, but that would be at least within a month. But yeah, see you guys in the next video, like always.